Three from Hell, directed by Rob Zombie, starring Sheri Zombie, Bill Moseley, and Sid Haig. The Devil's Rejects is one of Rob Zombie's best films, and I was looking forward to checking out Three from Hell and how he would wrap up the story of the Firefly family. Unfortunately, this film doesn't really add anything that wasn't already there in The Devil's Rejects, and I feel that the series should have ended at The Devil's Rejects. What's lacking in this film is any kind of progression. It's nearly 2 hours long, and quite frankly, nothing really happens. I was incredibly bored throughout the entire film. There were a few points where the film was interesting, and there were some decent action scenes, but what took me out of it was the really bad CGI. What I enjoyed about The Devil's Rejects was how visceral, how violent, and how it embraced the exploitation genre. With Three from Hell, it feels like it's a parody of Devil's Rejects. It feels like it's not a Rob Zombie movie and it's someone trying to replicate The Devil's Rejects. This film takes place about 10 years after the events of The Devil's Rejects. Otis and Baby and Spaulding have survived after the end of The Devil's Rejects. They are imprisoned for the rest of their lives, and they are systematically broken out of prison throughout the film and then come back together. Sid Haig is in the film for about 5 minutes, and it's cool seeing him in this film, especially after we just lost him. So we're primarily focusing on Baby, Otis, and Winslow. And I have to say that there's really no charisma. Bill Moseley seems kind of bored. Richard Brake, there's a few points where he's interesting. I liked him a lot more in 31. I feel like the only person who's really committing is Sheri Zombie. There's a few points where she's overacting a little too much and it feels like she's going back to Baby from House of a Thousand Corpses, but I have to say that she does commit to the role. I overall enjoyed her in this film. But the film, it follows a lot of the same general plot points that The Devil's Rejects follows. Instead of a police sheriff trying to hunt them down, it's now the leader of a gang who's trying to hunt them down because his father was killed by Otis in the beginning of the film. And so this sets up that primary drive behind why they're being hunted down again. And it literally follows the same exact beats as The Devil's Rejects. It just feels lazy and rushed. I was really disappointed in the effects in this film. I didn't really see any practical effects in this. It was all CGI, and it's really easy to tell when someone gets shot and the blood splurting, it looks terrible. And especially when you're watching it on an HD TV, it doesn't do it any favors. There's even one point when someone's guts are spilled on the floor, and it doesn't look real. It looks very fake. This film looks incredibly cheap, which is really disappointing. I honestly cannot recommend this film. I've got to give this one a skip it. I didn't enjoy really anything in this movie. I was completely bored. I was not interested in anything that was really going on. I didn't feel invested. There were a couple of scenes that were interesting, but those scenes were so fleeting that it doesn't make up for a nearly 2-hour film that is a complete snooze fest. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to leave a like, and if you want to see more content like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for coming by, and I'll see you guys next time.